What's up, everybody? It's Flocka back at it again with another Madden YouTube video. Today we got a video on what I believe are the best budget cards for not only people with no money spent accounts, but for other people that are going cheap in certain positions. I'm going to do a lot of positions in this. Normally I would do a top 10, but there are so many budget beasts in the game right now, especially with the market crash, that are probably going to stay this way as well. I think this is like the perfect video to make right now with no content being released today. But anyways, if you guys do not know, I do post a video every single day, so make sure to sub and turn on those noties. We do post every single day. Soon or later, I will be having giveaways for the Noti Gang. I'll have it hidden in the video like you guys see other YouTubers do that. We'll definitely be starting to do something like that soon to give incentive to the Noti Gang. And also, make sure to drop a like on this video, and let's get right into it. You guys will notice in the market right now a lot of budget beasts, which we're going to be going on is like 75K-ish right now is our kind of our whole budget. But I think budget's 100K and under. When I think of budget, I think of 100K and under. But let's go over to quarterback, one of the most important positions right now. You guys saw in the thumbnail, we did have Jimmy Garoppolo right here, around 80K. Like I said, 75K is super budget, and I think under 100K is considered a budget quarterback. I think the best quarterback under 100K right now is probably Jimmy G. You could go with this Aaron Rodgers. He does have the best release in the game. You will not get your Hot Route Master, though. Jimmy G does get Hot Route Master and Gunslinger on him, and he has a pretty solid release. That's why I like him the best for under 100K. I mean, every single stat on him is very, very solid. I mean, the only thing you're really missing is that throwing the run, but you're not going to be really throwing the run like crazy with Jimmy G. Another budget beast is Rich Gannon as well. You guys already know about the A-Rod. I don't got to really showcase him as much. But Rich Gannon is another card that gets Hot Route Master and Gunslinger for fairly cheap. Like I said, we're going to be looking at a lot of 94 and 95 overall. So those are the guys that are under 100K right now. They just got under there with the recent market crash. That's why I love it. But his stats are phenomenal. His release as well drive a little bit of people away. I think that's why he's a little bit cheaper. Even before, when he was still like a top 10 quarterback in the game, he was always cheaper because of his release. But I mean, he's still a very good solid option. 80K, you get Hot Route Master, Gunslinger. Maybe if you want to save up for the Redux version so you don't have to power him up, that's around 110K. Just an all-around solid quarterback to have. Heading on over to running back, another important position. There are a lot of really good budget running backs on here. You guys can see a lot of 95s. 95 is basically the highest. One that I really do like is Jamal Charles. He is one of my favorite ones for his price. You guys can see right here. 94 base speed. He is 5'11". I love the height on this card. When I did a gameplay on him, his catching was good. His carrying is solid, 92. I think Dre Archer has like a lower carrying than Jamal Charles, but the break tackle is pretty solid as well. It seems like he gets through a lot of the holes. He is a shorter running back. I think running back is the best like position for you guys to change right here. I think Jonathan Taylor is another solid option. 94 base speed as well. An all-around solid card, and the carrying is higher. I mean, all these cards are very, very solid. I think you can get away with most of these right here. Ricky Williams is solid. Montgomery is solid. Tony Dorsett is pretty solid as well. I think James White is a good one as well. A lot of these guys, just super budget beasts. I think running back is the one where you could pick any single one of these guys. Wide receiver is a very important position. We really need to find that pure balance of speed and also route running. I don't like the archetype of route runner as much anymore because of the 3 AP, but it still technically is better. So when we go on down over here, a big one that I do like is Curtis Samuel right here. He is probably my favorite one you can get for under 100K. 96 speed, only 5'11". That's okay. His catching is not the greatest, but the route running is all pretty solid as well. You just need that medium above 90. And he has that 96 base speed. He does get the Washington football team and Panthers chem now. I think this is the best option right here, but you can never go wrong with a couple options. Like Ocho Cinco's okay. He's a bit slower, but he does have that route running in him. That's his Redux. It's a little tough. I don't know. I'd probably stay away from him. He's a little bit on the slower side now. You can go Sterling Shepard, another route runner. This is a card I see a lot on budget teams. Only 93 base speed, but like I said, look at his route running, look at his catching. All very solid, plus a power up on him as well. It would cost you around 90K to probably power that card, like total to power that card up. Not an expensive card at all. TY is a very solid option as well. I think it's 95 base speed, route runner, and great route running. His catching isn't the best. The catching traffic's not like the craziest, But I mean, this is one of my favorite cards when he first came out. You saw everybody using him. He is still very good right now. 3 AP for route tech on him. You can get away with using a Calvin Ridley. I don't suggest it. A lot of these guys I don't suggest over them. Will Fuller is another good fast option, but why would you go Will Fuller when you can get Curtis Samuel, who's better and cheaper? Don't know why you'd do that. Pretty sure he has a 95 plus a power up. Yeah, you would have to power him up anyways to get it. I think I like Curtis Samuel there, and he's a bit cheaper for you there. Is there anybody else that I think is? I don't think I like maybe Santana Moss. It depends how you play. I like Santana Moss a lot. I'm surprised he's actually under 100K. 95 base speed, great route running, great catching, and he does have a power up. I think him and Curtis Samuel are probably the top two, and they're both in the same team. Probably the two best wide receivers you can get for under 100K. Probably the last position on offense right here. A lot of these tight ends aren't crazy. I think a lot of people are starting to draw towards Kyle Brady because of how good he is at run blocking. You see a lot of pros using him on the field. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but like I said, he is that run blocker. He is a solid option, but if you're going for a passing guy, I do like Chris Cooley a lot. You guys can see his 94 right here. Possession tight end. Not the fastest, but he has great route running at 92 and a 91, and pretty good catching, all 90 plus as well. Decent run blocker, and he also is the best archetype, arguably the cheapest right here as well. I don't know. That's probably the only two I would take under 100K right here. Maybe Ben Coates. I don't know. I'd probably go Kyle Brady if you're a run blocker. If you can get Taysom Hill under 100K, he is a solid option as well. But Kyle Brady if you're more of a runner, and then I'd go Chris Cooley if you're more of a passer. So taking a look at corners, probably one of the most important positions on defense. I like this CJ Henderson a little bit. Not the best out of these, but 6'1", 94 base speed, 95 man in a 92 zone. The speed's a bit slow without a power-up, but being 6'1" in the lower divisions, this card could definitely do it for you. He won't be able to get manned up on some of the crazy receivers in the game, but when you're in a super budget league, I think CJ is not a bad option as well. A lot of the more expensive guys, I clicked the wrong one. I meant to click Trey Waynes. Trey Waynes is another solid option. A lot of the corners are more expensive. Like you could tell, corners are a little harder to get. A lot of the good ones are like Jim Thorpe. This is a very good budget option as well. You see a lot of people using him. Another 6'1". I don't know why you would take him over CJ Henderson, but he's a fun card to use as well. I see a lot of people using him in budget leagues. Trey Waynes is another budget guy I see all the time. 6 foot, 95 speed. He has 96 man and 92 zone, 92 price. This is one of the best budget guys you can get right now. Like I said, I see that guy all the time in games. I don't really overly like anybody else. Eric Allen is a solid option, has a power up as well, but he is at that 86K range, 94 speed. He's a little bit shorter, has good stats, and he can get that 95 with the power up. It's up to you guys. I don't know. He's a little shorter than the other guys we have named. But yeah, corner's a tough one for budget. Honestly, if I had to like truly pick one, I think it would be Denzel Ward or Marcus Peters though. Saving the best two for the last. Marcus Peters, 95 base speed, has a power up, 95 man, 90 zone, all good press, jumping. I mean, jumping's not the biggest stat, but everything is pretty good on this card. Everything you need out of a corner. And then we look at Denzel Ward, pretty similar stats as well. If we can find him right here, another pretty good budget beast. 94 base speed. He's a bit slower. He is a bit slower, but he does have the same exact stats, and he's a tiny bit shorter. So I think if we had to pick one for the best budget beast corner, I think we'd all go with Marcus Peters here. And I think Murphy Bunting is a solid option as well. Pretty fast guy, you guys can see. 95 speed as well. No power up. So I think if you truly are looking for the best of the best, I would definitely go with Marcus Peters, the best option at corner for a budget beast. So we'll be doing safeties as well. This is a very, very easy one for me. I think this is the position you should spend a tiny bit more on. You guys can see Isaiah Simmons is 128K. I know this is supposed to be under 100K, but I think he is a top 5 safety in the game right now, easily locked in most people's lists. So Isaiah Simmons, if you guys could save up that bit of 20 more K to get the best of the best in his position for a user, I think you should do that. But if you guys are staying strict to that complete 100K budget, I think DK is kind of a more cheaper option for him. 6'3", has 93 base speed, so he's 2 speed slower, has no power up. And, I mean, he's just basically a tall user, just a slower guy right there. I mean, he's still a very good. I see some people using him on Seahawks theme teams. Cam Chancellor's a bit way too slow. 89 base speed, way too slow this late in the year. Basically, yeah, Honestly, if 100%, I'd be saving up for Isaiah Simmons. The safeties are a little bit tough. DK is the only one I could see you using. Cam Chancellor's unusable right now. Easily very unusable. Nobody wants to run support Rodney Harrison, like, physical card. I'm pretty sure this card is not even that good anyways. He is missing a lot of man. You don't want to stick that guy in the box. That man is way too low. He's definitely usable, though. Definitely usable, but you would have to user him. I just think the best option for you guys right now is to save up to that, like, another 20K and get him. I know this is a budget beast video, but I really think he is the best option here, only because the safety spot at 94 and 95 overall is very lackluster, under 100K. To end the video off, we're going to give you a couple pass rushers here. A lot of people will ask for, like, middle linebacker and D tackles, but those are very easy to pick. You just go off speed and basically block shed. That's all you really want to look for there. But for pass rusher, this is a very important position. You will need pretty good players here to get the pass rush and maybe cause some turnovers. Ahmad Brooks is a solid option. I loved him when he did come out. 91 speed, 6'3", 93 excel, good block shed at 91, power move at a 92, and finesse moves at an 88. It's not the best, but he did get a power up as well. I love this card for a pass rusher. Very good budget beast right there. 85K, I believe he was. Let's check. He was around 87K. Not a bad option as well. Chandler Jones, this is a card I see a lot of people still using. Although he is very slow, he seems to play a lot better than stats. Kind of like how Nick Bosa always is. If you guys know how the Bosa brothers play, they have really low block shit, but they always play really good. It seems like that Chandler Jones does that, but that is not an option I would take. I think Ted Hendricks is a very good player, especially with the run stopper. Being one of the best archetypes in the game right now. You guys know they can get Deflator and Enforcer, all that for very cheap. Power him up, he'll have 90 block shed, 92 power move, 88 speed, 89 excel, and then also he is 6'7". He can play the zone covered for you as well. I'm pretty sure he has a decent zone. 87 zone, that's way more than decent. That's better than my Carl Banks. I think Ted Hendricks is one of the better options right there. A lot of people shy away from him. I think people look at him and see he's very cheap and then they go away from it, but I love him there. And then that's basically it. Yeah, Ahmad Brooks or I'd go Ahmad Brooks right there or Ted Hendricks. But then when we move on over to right outside linebacker as well, I just completely reset that right there. Right outside linebacker is another position. Those are probably the two best pass rushers you'll get on the field, or the outside linebackers. So let's see right here. I do have some solid options out of this one. I think this one is definitely a lot better. I love Hassan Reddick. This is a solid budget beast. 92 base speed, 95 block shedding, 95 finesse move. You see the low power move and people shy away. But he is a speed rusher. He will get speed abilities to help out that finesse move as well. I think he's amazing. I think a lot of people shy away because that power move, but it hasn't affected me or the players I play against that use this card. I think he's a very good budget beast. Very fast as well. Solid option. I think he's the best one there at the 95 overall. Jack Ham is not usable. Miles Jack is he's a pass catcher. I don't know. A lot of these guys just, none of them really stack up against him. I like even looking at like a Bud Dupree, just not good when it comes to playing against him. I mean, the 90 block shit and 94 power move is definitely solid. I think the thing I love about I can't even think of his name now. I don't know why I'm just having that. Hassan Reddick is the speed he has. Like he just feels a lot faster than Bud Dupree when I did use them. I did test a lot of these guys out with my no money spent account, and I truly think Hassan Reddick is the best option here. 95 overall as well. He has 95 block shedding. 95 block shedding and 92 speed. You can't get much better than that. If you guys do not want Hassan Reddick or you already have him, you want to put the right outside linebacker at the left outside linebacker, Bud Dupree is a good option as well. That's probably about it as I would go there at right outside linebacker. Another budget beast we have in the game right here is Janikowski. Probably our last one for the video. 91 kick power, has a power up. Get that up to 92. All around solid guy. Not much to say about a kicker there. I think he is the best option you can get there. Or you can go to Tyler Bass, a much needed position in the game. Tyler Bass, 30K. This is the kicker I still use on my 98 overall team. 94 kick power. Probably a better option there, honestly. Also gets focus kicker for only 1,500. You don't got to power him up for it either. I think Tyler Bass is the best option you can get there right there for kicker for under 100K. Right there, I think I have the best budget beast right there for you guys. If you guys have any other players or in positions I miss, make sure to drop them in the comments. Help out other no money spent accounts or people just trying to build another account to grind coins or anything. There's always best budget beasts that nobody knows about. There's probably players that are in the 91. Like, there's obviously a lot of guys that are not 94s or 95s, but these are the guys I'm going with because they just hit under 100K with this last market crash. That is a big reason why I'm looking at these overalls. But anyways, make sure to smash that like button and turn on those notifications. We do post a video every single day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.